Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on my channel, and here to do my regular news videos. That's obviously do. So we're starting with the NFL here. Obviously, get all this NFL shit out of the way. First thing I'll talk about is Josh Allen. He's been dealing with a left hand injury. He hurt it yesterday, I believe, against the Arizona Cardinals. But Bills coach Sean McDermott, he told reporters that QB Josh Allen, dealing with a left hand injury, has been cleared to practice, and he will play Thursday Night Football against the Miami Dolphins. So, it's good news for the Bills, because if they didn't have Josh Allen, they'd be screwed. So, I think that's the reason they're probably going to win that game. It's just because it's Josh Allen. He's really going to be the big impact for that team this year. So the Commanders, after Cade York missed 2 field goals yesterday, the Commanders, they've released kicker Cade York. Here Wendy's is hiring for you. So, there was a fight yesterday in the Raiders-Chargers game in per Tom Pelissero. The NFL is not expected to suspend any of the players involved in Sunday's fight near the end of the Chargers-Raiders game, per Tom Pelissero's rap sheet. Jack Jones and Joshua Palmer, they were ejected from the game, and there could be fines as well, but there will be no suspensions. So, yeah, so there was no suspensions. I mean, I guess I really don't know if we should suspend anybody. I mean, it's just fights, but they sent out a freaking they warned players of safety violations, so maybe you should suspend somebody, but I don't know. They're probably going to fine everybody involved in that fight, and they'll probably just go in like nothing happened after that. So, Raiders pass rusher Tyree Wilson, who was ruled out Sunday with an injury, suffered a knee sprain. Sources say the injury is not believed to be long-term, as the knee is structurally sound. So it's just a knee sprain. Good news for Raiders fans for their pass rusher. And he really shouldn't. He might maybe miss a week, but that's probably it. Per Cameron Wolf, Jaguars cornerback Tyson Campbell will miss some time with a hamstring injury suffered in their loss to the Miami Dolphins, per head coach Doug Peterson. Jags will host the Browns Sunday. Yeah, they'll still win that game regardless. Until they face Deshaun Watson next. That's a tough break. That will definitely impact their defense. Giants coach Brian Daboll, he confirms that Daniel Jones is still the starting QB and says there will be no change in practice reps. Having to confirm this after 1 week into the season. Yeah, it's going to be a long season for Giants fans. If he was a good... I just don't know why they drafted him at number 6 when they did. The year they drafted him and then gave him that big contract. Like, dude, at this point you might as well be better off starting Tommy DeVito. Or Drew Lock. I just don't know if any coach could succeed with this roster. If this roster is trash. Bears coach Matt Eberflus tells reporters that rookie wide receiver Romeo Dunze is getting an MRI on his knee. I don't know if there's an update to that right now, but hopefully it's not torn or anything. Maybe it's just a sprain, because that would suck if he tore his ACL or something like that. So Nick Underhill, a minor hamstring injury for Marshawn Lattimore, per source echoing what he said last night. He said, Nick Underhill said, does he play this week to be determined? So basically, probably be questionable. But that's going to be a major matchup against CeeDee Lamb on the horizon coming up week 2. I mean, I think they just kept him out for the rest of that game against the Panthers because he had a minor hamstring injury. But I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to be a tough game for the Saints, you know. We'll see. But yeah, just that's a key matchup. So some bad news for the Steelers punter. Cameron Johnson suffered a season-ending knee injury in Sunday's win over the Falcons. Sources say a blow to Pittsburgh's special teams in more ways than one. As Johnson was their holder for Chris Boswell. So, man, that sucks. It's a huge loss for them for their special teams. But I'm sure they'll have another punter. So, some good news yesterday, or some good news, I guess, today. Test revealed it's only MCL sprain for Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson, which means he'll miss time. But overall, good news and not season-ending. So, some good news that Jake Ferguson won't miss a lot of time. So thank God. Because he's coming one of Dak Prescott's favorite targets to throw to, besides CeeDee Lamb. That's who he throws to a lot. Or actually, it's a bone bruise and an MCL sprain, so it's a week-to-week thing. So he's not going to miss a lot of time. It'll probably be like a 3 to 6 week injury, maybe 2-3 weeks. So it looks like he'll miss some time. So Panthers Pro Bowl defensive lineman Derek Brown suffered a potentially season-ending knee injury in Sunday's loss to the #Saints per sources. Actually, I'll just do NFL news here in this video, and then I'll do all my other 3 news videos in the next video. So I just want to get the NFL news here. I'm already 6 minutes in. There's probably a lot of other shit to talk about. So I'll do my other news video with NBA, wrestling, and NASCAR in the next video. But yeah, potentially season-ending knee injury for the Panthers Pro Bowl defensive lineman Derek Brown per sources. The meniscus injury will require surgery, which will determine the exact timeline. So, man, the Panthers got blew out yesterday, but an even brutal blow after the game, with Derek Brown now being out. One of the only good players on this team is potentially out for the season. He's an amazing run defender and a good pass rusher. Well, maybe not a good pass rusher, but a really good run defender. Dude, their situation is terrible right now. The only good player in that team is potentially out for the season. Rams starting guard Steve Avila, who left last night's game with a knee injury, is believed to have suffered a MCL sprain, sources say. He'll have a MRI and further testing today to determine the full extent. So yeah, Rams are really thin at offensive line. Their offensive line just isn't good. And I have a guy be hurt. So Browns Pro Bowl tight end David Njoku, he's feared to have suffered a high ankle sprain in yesterday's loss to the Cowboys, sources say. They probably had tests today to confirm, so it looks like a high ankle sprain for David Njoku. So, per Adam Schefter, now we have stuff from Adam Schefter here, Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, he aggravated his summer knee injury Sunday night versus the Lions, and he is still going through additional testing. He's expected to be considered week to week per sources. So maybe it's a knee sprain, I don't know. But it looks like Cooper Kupp takeover time. I don't think it's a meniscus tear. I'm pretty sure they would have already checked for that. So it might be a knee sprain, something like that. Yeah, it's a bummer. But maybe they gotta go look to Cooper Kupp now. They gotta start throwing to Cooper Kupp now if Puka Nacua is gonna be out for a few weeks. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, he was not present during Monday's practice after Thursday's loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know maybe this is just this is probably a whole bunch of nothing. Maybe he's sick again? I don't know. Because sometimes it looks like he's sick. Or, no, it says he's sick is what I mean. But, well, I don't know. What's happening? So details from a traffic stop from Tyreek yesterday, per sources, from the Miami-Dade Police Department or whatever it is. He received 2 citations as a result of his traffic stop sign, careless driving and a seatbelt violation. Calais Campbell said after the game, police told him they briefly placed him in handcuffs for disobeying a direct order. did not end up receiving a citation. The Miami-Dade Police Department told Jeff Darlington this morning it remains an internal investigation. They cannot yet provide the details into what led to the citation for careless driving or why Hill was detained face down on the ground and handcuffed. One of the officers on the scene still remains on administrative duty. So that's basically details here from yesterday. I don't know. I mean, just release the body cam footage. That's the only thing you can do. I mean, I don't know why you can't release it now. But all that for a seatbelt violation and careless driving. Well, I don't even. How do we know if he's careless driving? We don't know. But I don't. My thing is just release the body cam footage, and everyone can judge for themselves. That's the point. Whole point of officers to wear them. They had I guess maybe it was a driving violation, seatbelt or driving violation, but a seatbelt violation on a car with dark ass tints. How are you gonna see that? That looks pretty excessive force. Unless he said something, then I thought it was pretty unnecessary. But we'll just have to see whenever maybe body cam footage comes out, if it ever does. So Jets holdout edge rusher Sondre will forfeit a game check of nearly $800,000 because he will be missing tonight's opener versus the 49ers, so he is out. An additional nearly $800,000 for each game he subsequently misses. This is on top of more than $5 million in NFL mandated fines that he has already accumulated. What a dumbass! You're missing nearly $1 million worth of money, and you've already got fined $5 million. Look, you can say, oh, you don't understand why the Jets will trade for him without an extension. Well, but because they're all in this year, they don't have a plan past this season. They're all in for this year. He signed a contract he isn't honoring. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. He just shouldn't have signed that contract. I guess he just doesn't love the game. Players these days have very poor representation. Like, that's money you're never getting back. You're missing $5 million. You're already fined $5 million. And you're missing $800,000 tonight for the opener. Pendejo face. We ran through Adam Schefter and Rapport of JPA football. Browns QB Deshaun Watson is being sued from an alleged incident in October 2020 where he is accused of sexual assault and battery while on a date at Pro Football Talk. Just throw this guy in the ocean already, man. Just lock him up. Like, this man's situation gets worse and worse as it goes. It just gets worse and worse for this guy, man. This is the worst trade in NFL history. So Netflix documentary surrounding Jets QB Aaron Rodgers is coming out December 17th. Okay. Oh, let's get him. The Commanders will sign Austin Seibert as to be their new kicker, so they released Cade York and now Brian Austin Seibert. So that trade basically won't happen now. Basically, to put it into words, basically that trade's off. Now let's get the last scene to see if anything from Tom Pelissero. Well, the Steelers plan to sign Corliss Waitman per his agent after Cameron Johnson suffered that season-ending knee injury, so they had to sign somebody. See anything else here? Yeah, it's all the NFL news. We have talking about a big day here with all the injury updates and a lot of news, but yeah, that's really all I'll say here. I'll do my other news in the next video right after I upload this one. So yeah, next time out, peace. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more for NFL.